Clemson wide receiver Justyn Ross has a ton of potential, but needs to clear the physical hurdle first. This is Dr. David Chao, Pro Football Doc, Sports Injury Central. Justyn Ross was an elite freshman with Trevor Lawrence in the national championship year with Clemson. He was the #1 receiver over T. Higgins, who's had a lot of NFL success, as well as Amari Rodgers and Hunter Renfrow, who's had a good career with the Raiders. He has had some injury issues, but he says he feels like he's back to the old me. Let's talk about the injury issues and get to the most concerning one, which is about his neck. He had an MCL sprain in 2015, tore his right ACL in 2015. Those seem to be fine, a minor hip injury. Most recently, he had a stress fracture in his foot, November 13th, 2021. He lifted at combines, will wait till March 17th, pro day, to work out with the stress fracture. However, our biggest concern is his neck. He had a congenital neck fusion, which means he was born with vertebrae in his neck fused together, perhaps limiting his motion. He suffered stingers in practice and then ended up missing 18 months, including having a surgery before he was cleared this fall. Here's the concern. When you lose motion segments, when you have a congenital fusion, you lose some range of motion in your neck, which then puts a lot of stress, a lever arm, on the level right above or below the fusion. I haven't seen any of his x-rays, his MRI, CT scans. Clearly, he did well in college, so I'm not being doom and gloom. But NFL teams will look at this. If indeed he had an additional spine fusion above or below the level of the congenital neck fusion, that will be concerning to some NFL teams, because what happens in another couple years? Does he need another fusion level? And ultimately, that will be the biggest area of concern for NFL teams on Justyn Ross. Now remember, congenital neck fusions usually don't cause stingers. The stingers happen for other associated reasons. So he'll need a full workup and to be checked out. And I think teams will have different grades on him. And although physically he may be a steal in terms of his production, we're going to need to be careful about his neck going forward. More information to come in the coming weeks on Justyn Ross. This is Dr. David Chao. Thanks for watching.